Welcome to Ask Loz, the video series where I answer your manifestation questions. This week's question is about changing a friends with benefits to a relationship. It's the age-old question and I'm going to answer it for you. So guys, if you've been in this situation where you've had someone just as friends with benefits for a long time and you want to know how to change that, the person's told you they don't want anything from you that's a real relationship, but you're still there, then this is the question and answer for you. So in this particular question, this person actually is in all of my offerings, okay? So I have a private membership group called The Squad and this person's in it. I have a self-concept course and this person's done it. I have a self-concept for love course and this person's done that and they're still seeking the answers that they need. Now, that makes me think that the stuff that they've had inside their brain, inside their mind is so ingrained that all of those courses and even being in the squad is still not quite getting through to her what she needs to change. And I've seen this girl's name a number of times on my lives, and I've answered her questions, and I'm not really sure if she's prepared to let go of her old self. Because if she had, things would have moved by now, things would have changed by now. But unfortunately, sometimes you feel safe in your old self and you can't move from it to the new state of you, no matter how many things you listen to. Now, I've answered her questions. She's in the squad. She's known what her fears are. She knows, she's identified that fear 1 is her most dominant fear in the self-concept course. And she also knows her love modes. Now, unfortunately, she's not told me which love modes are the highest from my love course, but she says all 4 love modes are high. Now, I really would have preferred she actually told me what the percentages were and which ones, because that would have helped me more with answering this question. But just so you know, when you do my love course, my Worthy AF for Love course, there's an assessment in there that's very, very in-depth about how you are in love, the situations you end up in, and the people you attract, or the people you manifest into your reality and how it turns out. And then you get a mode score determining why that keeps happening to you, and then what you specifically need to work on, the affirmations that you might need to work on, and the new thinking you need to have, which ties in with the affirmations. Affirming is just new thinking. Now, this person has done all that, but hasn't moved yet in her reality, or she's getting impatient and she's waiting for her reality to change. It hasn't quite changed yet. Now, I can see probably why, purely based on her childhood and why she's even got herself in the situation she's got herself in. And she's very knowing. She's got a great understanding of manifestation. She even understands how she got in there. The problem she's having is getting herself out. Okay, getting herself out of friends with benefits into the relationship. So let's read her question and then go in depth and into the understanding that she already has about why this is happening. Now we just need to fix it for her. Okay. How do I change my situation from friends with benefits to a relationship? Third party included. I know I'm the cause. So see what I'm saying is she understands this. I seem to end up in the same relationship patterns. Well, that's what my love course is about, how to fix that. A bit more detail. I've been in this situation for 4 years. Interesting. That's a very interesting part of this bit of the information. And I want to change me. I've been mainly working on my self-concept. I don't believe that, but okay. My reflection with him remains the same. I know it's my thoughts out his mouth when he says he doesn't want me or see a relationship with me. Now, for him to have said that to her, that makes me think that she's having conversations with him about the relationship, because no one just out of the blue says, I don't want a relationship with you. I don't want anything with you, unless you're asking, which makes me think she's constantly asking or constantly getting upset or constantly doing something where he's constantly saying something back like that, which might be what she's doing wrong. So guys, if you're having the talk, the relationship talk, or asking them where it's going, or asking them what they mean to you or what you mean to them, then you're literally showing them your hand. You're showing them all your insecurities. You're showing them you feel unchosen. You're telling them by asking them, I know you don't choose me. Where are we? What is this? When is this ever going to be a relationship? Are you ever going to choose me? Are you ever going to leave her? Are you ever this? Are you ever that? You're telling them out loud all your insecurities whenever you ask. And I suspect that's what this person's doing. Otherwise, how does she even know that information? Why would he even volunteer that information to her? Interesting. I know it's something deep rooted in me from childhood. Well, no shit. So let's get into her childhood. My childhood with my dad was strict and could be abusive. Okay, so tick 1 for abuse. If I'm in trouble. So if she was in trouble, she would get abused, probably emotionally or perhaps physically. My mum was always loving/calm. So she had one calm parent and a not calm parent. I was SA'd, so abused sexually, at 15 years old. No one knew. No one knew. I wonder if anyone still doesn't know. That's a huge thing. That's a shame that you're carrying around for the rest of your life into adulthood if no one ever knew, and especially if no one still knows. Okay? Then I met my ex of 26 years at 16. Now this timeline I'm trying to figure out. So 26 years together, she's saying, at 16. We had a loving relationship for about 21 years. Then he met someone else. So it sounds to me like they were together for 21 years, but 5 of those years at the end, he'd met someone else, but she stayed with him. That's what that sounds like. I always thought he'd cheat and leave me. Manifesting works. Well, this girl has really been listening to me and understands that she's causing her reality with thinking he might leave, thinking he might cheat, and then ta-da, he does. She manifested that. She understands this. Now, what is she doing wrong? Now, I said before that possibly what she's doing wrong is discussing the relationship with this person. Please don't ever have the relationship talk, guys. Like I said, you're literally verbalizing out of your mouth your insecurities and your issues, your self-concept issue. I feel unchosen. Why aren't you choosing me? Why isn't this going anywhere? When am I going to be the girlfriend? I feel unchosen. I feel unwanted. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean she has been doing that, but it sounds like she has, which is the first error. Second error is that she's putting up with a whole lot of bullshit. She's putting up with breadcrumbs and staying in relationships she's not happy in and doesn't want the way they are, but she's staying there. Why the fuck is she staying there? That would be my question. So she's been in this situation for 4 years, 4 fucking years, and she's still there. 4 years is an awfully long time to never be committed to. 4 years is an awfully long time to be told, I don't want a relationship with you. That's an awfully long time, darling. Why are you staying around for that? Do you not feel you deserve better? Do you not feel that you are good enough for a relationship? Do you not feel that you would like to be fully and completely and utterly committed to and doted on and shown off and claimed? Why isn't that what you have? Why are you putting up with this? Because this is bullshit. So what in you makes you feel like this is enough? Even though obviously you don't feel like it's enough, you're still putting up with it. I'll tell you what it is. It's what we said here in the childhood. No one knew. So if no one knew about your abuse as a child, sounds like no one's really knowing about you in this relationship even. You're kind of kept secret. You're kind of the friends of benefits. You're kind of the closeted relationship that's not really a relationship. So when you get abused as a child, especially sexual abuse, it puts this idea in your head of this is what love looks like. This is what relationships are like. They're kept secret. They're hush-hush. If you tell anybody, you're going to get hurt or you're going to be looked down upon or seen differently. And then you carry that shame around with you, but then you associate you with that shame. That's you. Someone dirty, someone used, someone hidden, someone secret, someone who's going to be hurt if they say anything, or someone who's hidden away. So you've literally manifested that for yourself in this situationship. And you don't feel you deserve better because you feel that about yourself, that shame you're carrying still about yourself. So even when he's showing up, not wanting you, you're still staying there, taking that bad treatment. Just like a person who's abused takes the abuse, even though they don't want to, it's being inflicted upon them. So the way he's treating you is being inflicted upon you and you're feeling powerless in the situation, just like you would in an abuse situation. So I ask you again, why are you staying? Why are you putting up with that? Don't you deserve better than that? Now, that's probably not what you want to hear. You probably want me to give you the golden ticket, the golden answer, the magic bean to how do I change this from friends with benefits to a relationship? Well, until such time as you start believing in yourself having a real relationship and deserving one, and being the girl who's out of the closet and shown off and claimed as the girlfriend, that's the kind of relationship you're going to have. So I don't really believe that you're really working on your self-concept just for you. I think you're working on your self-concept just to get this guy, which is not what I teach. I'm not teaching you self-concept to get the guy. I'm teaching you the self-concept so you change, and then everything in your fucking life changes, including the way your parents treat you, your dad, your workplace colleagues, your friends, and the person you're in a relationship with or trying to be in a relationship with. You're not doing it for that reason. You're doing it to get him because you put him on the pedestal as the guy with the golden dick for some reason, even though he's treating you not so great, telling you he doesn't want you, but that's what you're used to. You're used to bad treatment. You're used to being less than. You're used to a form of abuse. And so you're taking it. You're taking it. So until such time as you stop taking it, he's not going to respect you enough to claim you as the girlfriend. Right? People don't marry the person they're ashamed of or embarrassed by or they hide or they treat as less than. They don't claim those people as the girlfriend. They don't show them off. They're not like going to their friends, look at this girl who I've been fucking for 4 years who I don't really like. Look at her, isn't she great? They're not going to do that. They're going to go, oh, look, I'll just see you on the weekend. I'm going to choose this other person who's got really great self-concept, but you don't, but I'll use you because you're used to being used, but I'm not going to show you off and I'm not going to claim you because you don't feel good enough to be claimed. You feel ashamed in some way. So I'm going to be ashamed of you. Now, I'm being really hard here because I've seen this girl enough times in my lives and she's listened to me enough times and I don't think it's getting through to her that this isn't about this guy at all. It isn't about him at all. And until such time as she understands that she needs to feel claimable, lovable, girlfriend material, someone who gets claimed and adored and showed off, he won't be doing any of those things anytime soon. So darling, you already know what you need to do. I've told people a million times in my group, if you've got that particular fear, what you need to do. You need to start assuming that you're not going to be hurt. You need to start stepping into being your authentic self and telling people about you and showing your real feelings and exposing what has happened to you and not being ashamed anymore. You've got to be your authentic self and you've got to stop assuming the person who's with you is going to hurt you. Now, if you've already been hurt in a long relationship before and they cheated, now you're assuming hurt again, but you're assuming hurt because you're abused. Now I want you to step into the state of no one would dare hurt me. They love me, they adore me, they claim me, they choose me because I am enough and I'm the chosen one. And they show me off and they claim me as their own because I am enough. And the things that happened to me in my past, that's just my past, but that doesn't define me. That's shit that someone inflicted upon me that says nothing about me. That's something some horrible, vicious, nasty, abusive person did to me. But that says nothing about me. So I'm going to stop associating myself with that girl and I'm going to be the new girl. The girl who's got nothing to be ashamed of. The girl who can be her real self. The girl who can be the full-fledged girlfriend because she believes she is. And she deserves that. That's the girl you need to step into, but you're not being that girl yet. And you think you're working on self-concept, but you're really doing it just for him. I want you to do it right now, just for you, to become that girl, step into that state, use the affirmations from all the love modes that ring most true for you, especially the statements that ring most true from the assessment, not just every single affirmation tape. Pick the ones that were the most true in the assessment and use those affirmations because they're the complete opposite of the statements. And work on fear number 1, feeling like you're the best and you're the chosen person because you are enough and you've got nothing to be ashamed of and nothing to be scared of anymore because no one in your reality is going to hurt this new you because you're changed, you're different. They can't hurt you anymore because that's not you, that's the old you. Now you're the new you and you don't assume hurt anymore. And then that person will slowly start to change because you've changed, darling. Do this for you first, him second. Okay, I hope that's answered your question and I hope you really step into being your authentic new self as much as you possibly can. All right, guys, if you want your question answered like this one, you can be anonymous like this person, even though I know who this is and I remember them from the group. I won't read out your name if you don't want. You can ask your question on the form on my website, Ask Loz. It's part of my website. And then I'll give you a video reply like this the week later on YouTube. And there's also more in-depth coaching if you're part of the squad and you've done my self-concept course. All right, guys. See you soon. Bye.